You are me and I am you. We are one and never two. I used to say that in a lot of my videos, and you're the first person to ask a question relative to that statement. This girl's asking me to speak about animism. How about if I told you that animism is the first and greatest belief system human beings ever had? And that is what the old kingdom of ancient Kemet actually believed and practiced in before invaders came in with their monotheistic ideologies. When I say that statement, you are me and I am you, we are one and never two, I'm speaking about our connection to the supreme energy of the universe. Today's word, they call it Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, Krishna, Buddha. Recognize that I sound, right? But that energy is proof that the entire earth is alive, and everything on earth is what the modern world would call God, including me and you. It's nameless. The energy is formless because that energy is in everything. It's in you, it's in me, it's in the grass, it's in the trees, it's in the ocean, it's in the cat, it's in the dog, it's in the desert, in the sand, it's on the beach, it's in the air. Example, the cells that run your feet are different from the cells that run your brain. But essentially, those cells are a part of the same body. Remember how I said esoteric beliefs created exoteric beliefs? Well, animism created esoteric beliefs. Yes, animism comes before any high-level private spiritual teaching. Why do I say animism is the greatest spiritual belief? Because it made us study the earth. It's actually where our understanding of the earth ecosystem and high-level sciences stem from. Let me show you an example. People think these are ancient Egyptian gods. Listen to what I'm going to say very closely. When in reality, ancient Egyptians, that's the black Africans that started that kingdom, did not have a concept for a god. These are not gods. These are anthropomorphic representations of celestial and terrestrial beings, telling the story of the universe and our modern environment through an anthropomorphic and personification method. It's easier to teach children about human beings instead of teaching them something they don't walk around with every day. So if I make the sun a man, how the ancient Egyptians made Ra into one, you can relate to it more than one-on-one than to the next man. Let's look at the Kepler beetle, for example, which was a personification of resurrection or rising. Ancient Egyptians identified how the Kepler beetle would dig into the ground, use its feces, roll it into the earth to preserve the soil. It's the only being on planet Earth that does that on its own that we are aware of, but you get the concept. But that's like how we have cow manure today to preserve the soil. So they took the Kepler beetle and taught, when you see this thing, think of rising, think of resurrection. So the deeper perspective of the Kepler beetle doesn't do this act in front of people, right? So it would stand to mean the people who knew this had a higher understanding of their environment and how the Earth's ecosystem operated. See, animists understand that how nature works on not only a scientific level, but on a spiritual level. At that modern time, they're just starting to begin to understand. You have to be cognizant of the way nature expresses itself. The deities are just personifications of what helps sustain us. It also influences us to study elements, nature, and our environment more thoroughly. So you was taught they worship the sun, when in reality, they worship and study nature. That's all animism is in its essence, the study of nature on the planet and outside of the planet.